Hey, this is Dr. Tasha, and I'm talking to you guys today about the Fresh Start Retreat Getaway 2025. It is a 2-day, overnight, all inclusive, all food, all drink, all entertainment retreat. It is a refresh, a revive. We are going to empower you. We are going to educate you. We're going to make you laugh. We're sending you home with some gifts, prizes, and money. We're sending you home with new relationships. Do not miss this. If you think you came to a good one last year, we had nothing on this year. Don't miss it. I'm excited to participate in this one, y'all. October 17th through 19th here in Atlanta, AC Marriott Hotel. Fresh Start Retreat 2025 is up. Hey, this is Dr. Tasha, and I'm coming at you for Dr. Tasha After Dark with one of our sponsors who we love, Wet Kitty Vaginal Lubricant. It is that girl. It is odorless. It is colorless. It is tasteless. I said tasteless, girls. It will not cause any vaginitis, will not cause any irritation. It does not dry. It does not get sticky. How you put it on is how it will remain on until you wash it off. We love her. Wet Kitty. Officiallypleasured.com is where you can find it. Hey, this is Dr. Tasha, and I am back with another episode of Dr. Tasha After Dark. Okay, y'all, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. For the girls in the back of the room, I need y'all to come to the front. Come on, everybody in the semicircle, come to the fronts, okay? What we're talking about specifically today is how to clean your vagina, and that is so loaded. It is a loaded statement, and I'm going to tell y'all why in a little bit, but we have to get away from thinking, and when I say we, okay, I ain't trying to offend nobody, but right now I'm talking about people who were born with a vagina, okay, assigned female at birth, okay, anything else, I'm not trying to be offensive. I'm just talking about an actual vagina. If you have one now, join the conversation because you need to learn how to clean it too, okay? Now, we have to stop thinking that vaginal hygiene or any hygiene is just based on soap and water. It is not. Your vaginal hygiene and any hygiene really starts from inside your body. It starts from inside. Baby, can I tell y'all? Y'all don't understand. Y'all need to drink water. We need to start with water, and we need to start with some balanced diets. And when I say diets, y'all need to stop with these damn processed foods. Get away from these fast foods. Get away from these processed sugars. When I see grown people popping Sour Patch Kids on a regular basis, I'm like, girl, you grown. What is happening? Get away from these chemicals, these additives, these processed foods, these sugars. Drink water. Have some fruits and vegetables. What you put in your body, it emanates and comes out. Sometimes that stuff be in your pores, like, and it's coming through. Like, you really have to be very careful what you put into your body because, yes, it is going to come out. The vagina plays no games, it stands on business. So, I mean, you also have to stop and think about your vaginal health and cleaning your vagina. You got to think about who you got up in there, okay? Who you got up in there. So it is extremely important that you guys know it's not just about grabbing the Clean and Cute body wash bar. It ain't just about grabbing her. It is about grabbing her, but it's not just about grabbing her. It is about making sure you are eating right, sleeping properly, getting some exercise, having balanced meals, and cutting the crap as less as possible. That's where vaginal health starts. Okay, because you can't have good hygiene if you don't have good vaginal health, and vice versa. And vice versa. So much stuff is happening down there. We got to separate this and segment this and do this and do this, that, and the third thing, honey. Switch condoms from this entry to that entry to this man to that man, baby. We got some talking to do. We got some talking to do. I'm a firm believer that your vagina is going to take care of you the way you take care of it. Let's have an anatomy lesson before we do anything because way long time ago, somebody was like, "Oh, you ain't supposed to put soap on your in your vagina," and y'all ran with that, baby. Y'all ran with that. Y'all out here smelling like chicken noodle soup. Y'all ran with that, okay? And so, as a gynecologist, and you know me, I operate in love, I operate in comedy, but I operate in frank honesty. And when I'm examining y'all, I be like, "You smell that?" They be like, "No, what?" I will put the speculum up on your nose and be like, "You smell that?" Yeah. So, just let's get this thing in totality. And a lot of people weren't taught. A lot of people just don't know. And a lot of people, take on the falsehood, the myths that our mothers or grandmothers told us. And we have to look and understand that this was a different day and age, some for the good and some for the bad, right? Because in their day, they didn't really have healthcare providers that they trusted. And a lot of them still don't. A lot of y'all still don't. And I ain't mad at you because a lot of them can't be trusted. But nevertheless, we digress. The point is that the providers did not look like them. The providers were a lot of times male. And in that day and age, being quiet and being private was very, very important. And you don't talk business, you don't talk certain business outside the house, and you don't express anything, and you're going to be seen as dirty, or you're going to be seen as unclean or promiscuous, or whatever the case may be. So a lot of things were very much kept quiet, and they used their common sense. And sometimes it linked up, so sometimes it worked. So they used their common sense to fix medical problems, and they passed that along, but it didn't make it right. Now, sometimes they got it right because a broken clock is right twice a day. So sometimes, yes, they got it right, but a lot of times they just didn't. And we were taught time and time again to do the wrong thing. And we're still perpetuating that. So on this video, honey, we about to break some generational curses, okay? And some generational odors that have gone through the whole family. That's a joke, but I'm serious, okay? Now, let's have a little bit of an anatomy lesson, and I'm going to make it real easy, because I get that some of y'all don't like being in the front of the class. Y'all comfortable in the back, but I still need y'all to the front, and we're going to make this easy. The inside of the vagina, meaning the place that the tampons go, the place that the fingers go, the place that the penises go, the place that the dildos go, and the place that the strap-ons go. In the front. That is your vagina. Okay? It's a canal. It's where the baby comes down from. That is your vagina. Everything else, the lips, the clitoris, the hood of the clitoris, the outside is called the vulva. Tongue pop. Y'all ain't heard that before. So when they said don't put soap on the vagina, they were right. You don't put anything inside of the vagina. But that vulva, yeah, you go to work on that vulva like Myra's feet. I'm just saying, you go to work on that vulva, you clean that thing, it be crusted up, having crusty discharge and old discharge. No, you want to use soap on the vulva. Now, when we talk about vagina, we always just say vagina as a whole particular thing. But yeah, we have the vulva and we have the vagina. The vagina is self-cleaning. Let me explain what that means, okay? Now, what it means is the little moisturization. That's not a word, I realize that. But the moisturization, the lubricant, the secretions that are in the vagina are acidic, okay? As they should be, they are acidic, which means this: the bad bacteria in your vagina cannot survive the acidic environment. Okay, so when you get all up in the way, being nosy, you're dipping, is what a friend of mine would say. You're dipping. When you get the dipping and you get all up in the vaginal business where you should not be, you get the rinsing stuff out and putting stuff and sticking your fingers and pulling down and trying to swirl around stuff in there. And I've heard everything from bleach to ammonia to vinegar to turmeric. Get your hands out of there. Get your fingers out of there. And y'all get to swirling. You pull down those secretions. You rid your body of those secretions. So now those secretions can't kill the bad bacteria. And then here you go. That's that imbalance y'all be talking about. There you go. Leave the vagina alone. She knows what she's doing. You in the way. You the problem. You're dipping. Even when it comes to douche, when you get up there and you get the wrenching stuff out, you wrenching out them secretions. That's going to kill that bad bacteria. Okay? And then when it kills the bad bacteria, then you good. But now it can't kill the bad bacteria. Now you got yeast or you got vaginitis. Okay? So this is why we tell you not to douche. Yeah, we know your mama did it. She had that big red rubber bag on the back of the bathroom door, the hot water bottle, hot water bag, whatever it was. She wrenched everything down. It would last for a little bit, but she smelled fishy after a while again, too. That's why she used to have to do it. She thought it was a period that had her smelling fishy. So after every period, they would do the hot water bottle thing. It was wrong then, and it's wrong now, too. Okay? They didn't know. They were operating on what they knew to do. They just knew that when Willie Earl came over there, they ain't want that thing smelling the way it wasn't supposed to be smelling. Okay? So they had to do what they had to do so that thing was tightened up for Willie Earl. I'm just saying. Everybody know a Willie Earl. Okay? Now, and that is it. Now, when you rinse those secretions up out the cooch parts, i.e. with douche or whatever it is y'all be having going on up there that y'all be pulling them secretions down and they can't kill the bad bacteria, can I also tell you that because you're ridding your vagina of like its defense, because it's defense, you increase your risk of infection and you also increase your risk of HPV. Boom. Boom. I'm just saying. Boom. Did you hear me? You increase your risk of infection as well as your risk of HPV. So y'all all out here because y'all be trying to get, herbs for that too. Instead of just using a condom, because that could do it. So use a condom and get you a vaccination, some Gardasil, and that'll help you with that HPV. But instead of doing that, y'all over at the vitamin store trying to get the ooh-wee for what could easily be fixed. But I'm just saying. I don't judge. I will hold you accountable, but I don't judge. So, for all intents and purposes, what I'm saying is stop dipping. Don't put anything inside that vaginal canal. The vagina said, I got this. You go get that. You work on your edges. You work on your credit. I got this. Okay? And y'all be dipping. So if we want to keep this vagina clean, we have to keep it healthy. And in order to keep it healthy, you got to leave her alone and let her do what she does. When we talk about cleanliness and all the stuff, that's the vulva, that's the booty, that's all that. And we're going to get to that. But I just wanted to let y'all know the best thing you can do for your vagina is like a broke friend. Leave him alone. Just leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Got it? Okay. Now, let's get to the vulva because she's that girl. Now, the vulva is not self-cleansing. It is not self-cleansing, okay? You need to clean the vulva. If you missed earlier in the video what the vulva is the lips, the clit, and the clitoral hood. Everything on the outside of the hole. Everything on the outside of the hole is the vulva. We need to be cleaning her. Okay, real good, okay? We need to clean her to prevent infections and irritation. Did you hear me? Infection and irritation. We're going to go ahead and clean her. Please use some soap. Let's be, we don't need to use soap. Use some soap. What's the problem? It's about $1 or $2 a bar. Gentle. Now, what you're not going to get for $1 or $2 is the Clean and Cute Body Wash Bar. But what this is all natural. It clears out staph and strep. It clears out any of the bacteria that you would have from a vaginitis. It's going to clear out yeast. It's also going to help with eczema, psoriasis, rosacea. Is going to help with dry skin. And it smells amazing. It's that girl. And yes, she lathers. For any hater who thinks that she lathers and smells. I wish we had smell-o-vision, but anyway. So, but again, if you cannot use the Clean and Cute Body Wash Bar, if it's just not within your purview to do it, it's not in your bandwidth, Dove White Bar Soap, the original, the white. I'm not a fan of the sensitive skin. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. for now, I was like, oh yeah, you could use it. But then my patients were coming back with as much vaginitis as the ones who use the cool cucumber and the shea nut and all that mess that y'all, the same amount of patients that were using just the exfoliating as well as the sensitive skin. But that original will get you right. The original will get you right. Okay. Now, for people who now this is going to sound judgmental, and it should, but don't let it, right? The whole bath people. Now, you should know what a whole bath is. The whole bath people are the people who stand at that sink. Now, if you don't have a shower or a tub in your home, this is not meant to shame you. I would rather you take a whole bath twice a day than the people who got showers, tubs, baths, all that, walk past them, don't use them, or get in the shower and get out before the water hits them. Okay. So at the end of the day, this is not meant to shame anybody who is in a particular situation. But what I'm saying is that get in some water every day. I want you to wash daily with warm water. Warm water. Okay. Either with my soap, the natural Clean and Cute Body Wash Bar, or Dove White Original Bar Soap. Bar soap, bar soap. If you do not remember my vaginitis video, put this on pause right now. Go to visit the channel, scroll on back to the BV video and watch her again. We do not use liquid soap over here. We don't do that. We use bar soap. Dove White Original. No, you cannot use antibacterial soap. That is antibacterial for your hands, not for your vagina. That ain't what it's meant for. We don't need to put lye or anything else down there, okay? I don't know what y'all think this is. Y'all is frying, pickling, cooking. Y'all doing all kinds of stuff to this coochie, except just simply washing it and leaving it alone. My God. But yeah, so don't do that, okay? Now, we're always on y'all in the doctor's office about wiping from the front to the back, right? From the front to the back. You got to wash from the front to the back too, okay? Or if you're not going to be a wash from the front to the back person, I told y'all some of y'all short. Y'all done got these big giant booties. Your hand can't even reach. What you're going to do is you're going to wipe from the booty and wipe back. And then you're going to wipe from the cooch and wipe back. What we want to avoid is poop or any type of bacteria that's close to poop getting close to your pee-pee hole, because your pee-pee hole, if it gets in there, that's sterile and it's going to cause a urinary tract infection. It's going to cause issues in general. It's going to cause vaginitis issues. We want to keep that poop away from the vagina and away from the pee-pee hole, okay? This is very important, ladies. Are you hearing me? Now, I don't know, because let's jump on the BBL subject before we finish with this, since we on booties. And I don't know if I should do a training video. I need y'all to drop comments down below. If you have purchased, invested in one of these booties, put it on layaway, Klarna, whatever it is they got going on at these places, and you have gotten you a booty, the way you would clean your flat booty is different than the way you gonna clean your new booty. If you have a booty, and I think that anybody who's watching, drop a comment, just put a little heart if I'm right. If you have a big booty and you are washing and the soap is not on your arm, you have not gotten the crevice of the booty the way you need to, okay? Don't be scared. You got to get up in there, grab that washcloth, and I'm going to tell you why I hate a loofah. Grab that washcloth, lather her up real soapy. Get to the cooch, and you want to come to the back. Now, I saw something in the office the other day that was very alarming to me, but I speak it because if it happened to one person, and it's happening to 100 people. I saw a patient who was disturbed about something that was at the top crack of her butt, and I took a look at it. And what it appeared to me was a little bit of inflammation, but it looked like it was some infection that had cleared, a little bit of a abscess. I said, when you're wiping the poop, and then that area right there is where you stop wiping, because it's like at the top of the crack. So if you're wiping and you stop wiping at the top, go and get you, because y'all know we don't do baby wipes over here. We do water wipes. Water wipes. Get you a water wipe and wipe at the top of the crack, and make sure you ain't leaving just a little mound of doo-doo right in the top of that crack, and then it's eating at the skin. and then y'all are having all kind of cracks and skin breaks, and it sounds like I'm being funny, and I am, but I'm dead serious. This is actually happening for real. So after you wipe as many times as you need to wipe. Now don't be clogging up nobody's toilet. You wipe and flush and wipe and flush. Some people don't know that. They clog up your toilet. Wipe and flush. Okay. When the toilet paper is clear, then you get a water wipe and you just wipe through that crack one more time. Wipe all the way to the top of the crack. It's your crack. Don't be scared. But you got to make sure it ain't a morsel of nothing left nowhere. Okay? Because then I got to treat it. And it's okay. I'm going to fix it. But damn. Okay? So make sure you get it. That's that as far as the wiping is concerned. And like I said, sometimes, I'm sorry, if you got a big booty and you done had some black eyed peas or something and you on that toilet, you might end up getting a little doo-doo right here on your hand. That's all right. You can wash your hand, but you want it up out of there. You want to make sure you getting in there. Don't lick. Because if it ain't on your hand, where is it? It's in your booty. Okay, and they get the sweat and your booty get the itching, and then these boys out here talking about you saying you smell like the backs of earrings. That's not okay. It's not okay. Again, what you do different with these big new booties is different than what you used to do. I will do an instructional video if you need me to. Now that we talking about cleaning the booty, you see how important it is to keep the poop away from the vagina and to keep the poop away from your pee-pee hole or your urethra. Again, if you are having sex and we decide to visit all of our holes, you have got to change the condom if you going from the vagina to the butt or the anus, you don't have to change the condom. But if you're going from the anus to the vagina, you might want to change the condom. If you confused and can't remember the formula, whenever you change from one hole to another, just change the condom. If the person is cheap and don't want to use another condom, that will be the last time you sleep with that person. And let me tell you, y'all know I always recommend B condoms. B condoms, the letter B. I think they in one of the walls, Walgreens, Walmart, they in one of the walls. I don't know. But at the end of the day, B condoms, the lubricant on the condom, it does not cause vaginal irritation. It does not cause any swelling. It does not cause vaginitis. Okay, them regular old expensive old brand name condoms y'all be using, the lubricant is the Noxenol 9. It's gonna make your coochie feel swollen and busted up. It's gonna feel like a yeast infection, and if the condom breaks, it actually makes it easier for you to contract HIV. We do not want any of those things. Okay, so B condoms. Use a different condom for every hole you go into, and your only goal in life when cleaning your vagina and your booty is to keep the poop from the booty away from the vagina and the pee-pee hole. Got it? It's very important. That will cut down on so many infections, so many doctor's visits. Now, I also want to talk to you about linen. And yes, Clean and Cute does make a home version where we clean the linen too, girls. We get the bacteria up out of that. It's called Clean and Cute Home. But regardless as to what you use, what is proper etiquette as far as how long you use a washcloth and a towel? I can tell you what I do, but I can't tell you what to do. Now, I was at a barbecue with a friend. Be quiet. Don't tell nobody. I don't think she watched my podcast. But if she do, she said it. So that's on her. She can't come at me sideways. But let me tell you. So we're sitting at this barbecue and I'm like, girl, I got to do laundry. I had so much laundry. And I was like, child, mostly towels. And she was like, girl, why you got so many towels? I was like, girl, I use a different towel and a different washcloth every day. Like, what you mean? Like, now what I will do if I take a shower in the morning, got to take a shower in the evening because it's hot. It's hot. Y'all can't be on some old one shower a day. But again, this is just me. I don't judge. Okay. Yeah, I will use the same washcloth and towel the morning that I use the evening. But after that, it goes in the wash. One a day. She was like, girl, I use the same towel for like a week. I said, God damn, that damn towel standing up, ain't it? It's standing up on its own, ain't it? It's standing on business. Jesus. But again, that's my friend. She's so sweet. Bless her heart. You know, everybody does things differently. That's how she runs things at her house. I don't judge. But I would say for the average person, do not exceed 2 days. Do not exceed 2 days with a washcloth and a towel. Okay? That would be my recommendation. Please use clean linen. Because how you did all this cleaning, you know, you paid all this money for the Clean and Cute body wash bar. Hey, and you cleaning your body with dirty towels, and you can't just be like, well, I'm clean, I got out the shower, how am I dirty? When you are drying dead skin, it's coming off, baby. Dead skin, it's coming off. Okay, so just make sure you're using clean linen. And also that goes very far. Clean linen goes very far with addressing body acne. And if you're somebody who suffers from body acne, you want to especially make sure that your linen is clean. Okay, that's a big deal. And so again, we want to separate the vagina or the whole vulva. We want to separate that. So you have a little space. You guys know about the little space between the vagina and the anus. Some people call it the taint. I don't know why people call it the taint, but people call it the taint. It doesn't really make sense to me, but it's called the taint or the perineum, as we call it in medicine. And it's just a flat area between the vagina and the anus. And if you've had a baby vaginally, that's generally where you tear, and that's what we sew up. Okay, so that might make it a little bit more clear. But again, if you're not sure, you can Google what is the perineum, and it will come up. But it's just a space, just a flat piece of skin that is between the vagina is in front of it and the anus is behind it. It's not as big as mine. It's probably about like 2 finger breaths. So the vagina is here, the anus is here. That is your separation point. So you want to hit that perineum and go backward to clean the booty. And then you want to hit that perineum and go forward to wash and wipe the vagina. Okay. All right. We don't want to go mixing nothing. We don't want to go mixing nothing. Also, it is very, very important that you shower daily. Try to do it twice a day, but if your schedule, or your bandwidth, or, you just not in that place to do it twice a day, that's okay. If you're in a circumstance or a situation with your home living, that's okay. Try to do it once a day. And please, for my gym girlies, my Pilates girlies, my, my girlies who be, doing all this, fabulous fitness stuff, wonderful. I love that for you. We need that for our health. Yes, Black Girls Rock. We're going to work out. But what you going to do after you work out is not, I know you pay a lot of money for this Lululemon or whatever it is, this ALO, whatever it is you wearing. But what you're going to need to do is take it off after you get out the gym and shower. Even if you like, I got errands to run, go in the bathroom, change out of those sweaty panties. Please change out of the sweaty panties and put on. If you do not work out in panties, that's fine, but you should be working out in leggings that wick, that have airspace, that allows air to flow through the crotch or the vagina, so that the air is moving through, so we're not trapping bacteria and sweat and a moist, dark, hot area, just increasing our risk of developing yeast. So we want to shower after the gym if at all possible. We want to make sure, worst case scenario, we're getting out of these sweaty panties, okay? And if that's someplace you got to take a whole bath, take your whole bath at the gym. But just make sure you are trying to clean yourselves. Also, another thing we want to talk about is these panties, okay? Now, okay. You can wear whatever kind of panties you want to wear, but again, this goes back to cleanliness. Because if you like, oh, I only wear thongs, but you only doing one pass with the toilet paper, okay, you might have a little doo-doo on that thong, and then you get a wedgie, and then you trying to adjust the thong. Now you done pulled the doo-doo in front of the vagina. Now we done got some problems. Why I keep getting vaginitis? Child, do I need to? The math ain't mathin'. So you're going to need to either take more than one pass and make sure that toilet paper is clean, or thongs ain't really what's in your own best interest, okay? But either way, you don't necessarily, because people are like, I wear cotton panties. Y'all ain't got to be on the Hanes or the Fruit of the Looms. You can wear some cute panties, but the crotch part just has to be cotton, okay? The crotch has to be cotton. Let me say it again. And don't be scared to use the panty wash. That would be clean and cute as well. But nevertheless, the crotch has to be cotton, okay? Or something breathable. We want to make sure it's breathable. But you get them girls polyester down there, just make sure it's some cotton, because polyester don't breathe. Polyester don't breathe. You don't want those problems. Okay, now I don't know where they sell them, but Amazon, a dollar store, again, we don't judge. We do the best that we can with what we have, but please just make sure you got that cotton breathable crotch down there, okay? Now, for most women who are watching this, there's going to be the time of the month that you're going to come across. You're going to come across that time of the month. Let's talk about that. Y'all know how I feel about period panties. I cannot. Y'all know how I feel about period panties. But at the end of the day, what we want to make sure of, and everybody's bleeding pattern is different. Some people are light bleeders, so they feel like, well, I only need to change my pad like once or twice a day. No. You need to be changing this thing every 4 hours. Okay, and if you're a heavy bleeder, you may change more frequently than every 4 hours. Great. But if not, and you're an average bleeder or you're a light bleeder, please change every 4 hours. Even if you go in and you be like, well, it don't even really, you've been sweating. Sweat has been there. You just want to make sure you're clearing out and cleaning every 4 hours. That's going to go far as odor that people can pick up. You know, there was a male one time, and I don't know who this was, but he was somebody who, I can't even see his face, but I remember the conversation saying, I know when a woman is on her period. If you stand next to a woman, you know when she's on her period. That should never be. Because why? Either that's an infected woman, or that's a woman whose pad is full, or that's a woman who just generally is not. I don't know. But nobody should stand next to you and know you're on your period. Okay. And step one of that is what we're going to do is change these pads every 4 hours. Because why not? It's only once a month that you have to use them. For about a week, you can give every 4 hours. Okay. So, and wrapping this up, because I think I beat a dead horse here, there are a couple of things we want to make sure we're avoiding. We are avoiding scented products because we know that's just going to give us infection. It's going to be problematic. We are avoiding douches because, you know, the douche is going to take the juices that are in your cooch and is going to wrench them out. And then those juices are supposed to kill the BV, but it can't kill the BV because you done wrenched out the juices. So we want to avoid douches and anything else. Oh, I just do a warm water douche. Girl, you're rinsing the stuff out. Okay. Don't put nothing up there. I don't know how else to say it. And then please avoid harsh soaps. When I hear people be like, oh, it's a lye soap or something. One patient came in, she came from another city to see me because she had some stuff I needed to fix. Baby, she named some soap. I said, what is that? She was like, oh, it's a lye soap. Girl, how do you even put that in good conscience down on your coochie and then be like, I hope I'll be all right tomorrow? Please, no harsh soaps on your vagina. All that antibacterial stuff, them is for mechanics who trying to get their dirt from under their nails. Not for you, not for your coochie. Please don't do it. Gentle soaps, okay? Dove white bar soap, the original, the white and navy blue box. Dove, if you can hear this, okay? The white and navy blue box, up the production of it, okay? And then call me too so we can talk. And then Clean and Cute body wash bar. One or the other. Those are the only two I co-sign. So I hope this helps somebody. I pray that you learned something. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to drop them down in the comments, or if you want it to be a private question, inbox me at askdrtasha@gmail.com. Thank you so much for joining another episode of Dr. Tasha After Dark.